Health has 8 projects. 3 are ongoing, 5 are completed. Sanitation, 12 projects. 5 are ongoing, 7 are completed. Markets, 7 projects. 3 are ongoing, 4 are completed. Roads, you refer to roads. 17 road projects in Assin North. 17 road projects in Assin North. 8 are ongoing, 9 are completed. Water projects, 27. 26 are completed, 1 is ongoing. There's a new administration block built for Assin North. You know, it's one of those new, one of those districts that were carved not too long ago and all of that. Then there are 2 residential projects for the technical people that work in the district. There's 1 police post that is being built. There are 8 social centers or recreational facilities. 3 are ongoing, 5 are completed. There are 9 communities who did not have telephone connection in their communities. All of these 9 communities have been connected and completed. There are 3 electricity extension projects that have been initiated. All the 3 has been completed. I have given the entire list. The name of the project, the community the project is in, the source of the funding for the project, and the status.
Assembly's common fund.
I'm saying the source. All the projects, I've given the source. Each of the projects has its own sources. Let me run through this very important conversation. I have shared it with the production team. They have the list, the name of the project, the community that the project is in, and then the status of the project. Now let me draw your attention to something. 17 projects, 8 ongoing, 9 completed. What is the problem if there's an election and there's work going on? Why? There are 8 ongoing already.
You see that road there?
There are 8 projects in the district.
I'm just saying to you that this is not we saying. When we went to the constituency, the people themselves said that these are by-election
Let me
votes.
Respond to you.
We have those videos.
Let me quash that. Let me quash that business.
You're speaking to the constituency.
Yes, yeah. Let me quash that business. That business. You know, I'm coming from a
you say that the constituents' concerns are baseless.
Can I continue now?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I am coming from Assin North. I just arrived. You can see my face late last night, and in Assin North, the people of Assin North know about each of these projects, which I've shared the details with you. I just didn't mention them. So in these communities that I've given to you, these projects are ongoing. So if you have a constituency that has 112 projects initiated by a government, with some of them ongoing, some completed, what is the problem if there's a by-election and there are more going? You created the impression.
112 projects.
Yes, 112. I've given the details. Alfred, the impression before I entered this studio had been created as if the people of Assin North had been craving for projects and development. This development has not been forthcoming. And then they woke up all of a sudden and then they see projects. I am telling you that 112 projects has been initiated by this government. Out of the 112 projects, some have been completed, some are ongoing, and these roads are part of those that are ongoing, including new ones that will be initiated just as others have been done. If you come to my constituency, there are roads that have been initiated just a few days ago, a few weeks ago.
The video you're seeing is not a road that was an ongoing project before the by-election.
What is the name of the community? Give me the name of the community.
Look,
give me the
video.
Give me the name of the community. I don't know the project. You give me the name of the community. If you don't give me the name of the project, I can't respond.
Wait. We will play the video and the story for you.
Can I get the name of the community so I give you when this road started?
No, hold on. This and let's hear from
Alfred,
wait. Let's hear from the constituents. And this is not me, so that we would get to hear.
I'm waiting for you, then I'll continue my position.
We or anybody making a particular position
Can I speak
clear,
now?
So that we would put it in perspective. Yes.
Can I speak now?
Yes.
Without interruptions?
No. I just wanted you to know that we've been to the constituency. That's all.
Alfred.
Yeah.
Alfred, don't interrupt me again. There is a conversation.
If I have a comment, I will make it. Yes. You don't. If I need to make a specific point clear, I will, and I'll give you your time. Dennis, go ahead.
Can I proceed? Thank you. There's a conversation that there's no development going on in Assin North, and that just when the by-election started, all of a sudden they wake up and they see projects and constructions going on. I have shared with your production team a list of 112 projects. I didn't just give you the list in vague. I've given you the name of the project, the community that the project is in, the source of funding for the project, and the status of the project. I have just explained to you that there are 112 projects in that constituency as it stands now. And we in the MPP believe that this 112 project is enough for us to be able to win in the elections in Asen North. Now, you show a video trying to claim that this video or this project started just a week ago. I am saying that what is the name of the community? And I'll tell you when this project started so that you would know that this project didn't start just about 2 or 3 days ago when Asen North by-election started. In any case, if there's a new project going on in Asen North, it doesn't change the fact that there are 112 projects that have been initiated in the community, with some of them going on, including 17 roads, with 8 of them ongoing. So if there are 17 roads ongoing, and then 9 of them have been completed, and there are 8 that are outstanding, you should be seeing those 8 projects as we speak, going on just as any other project. Because you see, when you are constructing roads, they construct culverts, they construct drains, they do all those things before they even come to the bitumen surfacing itself. So you don't just get up one day, get onto a road, and all of a sudden you say, I am putting bitumen surfacing on the road. I am coming from Asen North, and I think that this conversation should be left for the people of Asen North. It is up to them to determine whether between the MPP and NDC, which of the political parties is credible enough, has enough to show. Because you see, what we've been doing in Asen North as NPP is to go to the people and tell them that, hey, when we were coming in 2017, this is what we promised you. This is what we've been able to do so far. We've been able to initiate 112 projects, out of which we've been able to do this number. For roads, 17 has been started, 9 has been completed, 8 are ongoing. We want you to give our candidates the chance to come and represent your interest and lead your developmental agenda. Let me tell you one sad thing that is going on in Asen North, and I'll say it on air because everybody needs to understand. Yesterday, I went to a community in Asen North. Is it Asen Breku or so? And the NDC and they are house to house, door to door in those communities are telling the people that the reason why, and that it is President Akufo-Addo that has sacked the Chikwesin from parliament. And that the reason why Nana Akufo-Addo has sacked the Chikwesin from parliament is because Nana Akufo-Addo says he's trying to pass an LGBTQI plus law in parliament, for which reason he needs the numbers. Oh, I'm coming from. I went to do house.
And
it's in the communities.
Yes. To tell you.
No, when we enter the homes, when you go into the homes, Alfred, surprisingly, when you enter the homes, of course, when you enter, they are cooking, they are doing their stuff, so you talk to them, and they tell you what the NDC have come to tell them. And we meet the NDC. We meet them. They are also moving around like we are doing.
And you heard them saying this?
Yes. And it's sad. Meanwhile, you didn't even let me finish. So they are telling the people that Nana Akufo-Addo wants to pass a law to allow LGBTQI plus, and that because Nanado is not getting the numbers, that is why Nanado is trying to get the Chikwesin out, so that he can get the numbers to pass the LGBTQI plus law, and that they should let the Chikwesin go back so that he can block Nanado's law. First of all, let it be put on record, because I know the people of Asen North are watching. And last night I told them that I'll be on TV3 to let the whole world and the whole country know that Nanado hasn't presented any law in parliament, either for or against LGBTQI in Ghana. The laws in Ghana are very clear when it comes to what LGBTQI or whatever it is represents. And Nana Akufo-Addo has sent no law to parliament to even want to get any MP out to be able to pass the law. In any case, is it not old school? Is it not whack? Is it not outdated 1992 politics for you to be moving from house to house, negatively, falsely indoctrinating people without telling them tangibly what it is that your candidate that you want to represent them would want to do? We are telling the people, and I've just shared data with you, we are telling the people that, guys, vote for our candidate, because when he goes to parliament, he will be able to do A, B, C, D. And if you want to believe us, this is what we've been able to do. You have been in power before. Indeed, you have led the people of Asen before. Tell them that when we were in power between 2009 and 2016, this is what we did. We did 300 projects. MPP are showing you 112 projects, for which reason we believe that if you give us the mandate, we'll be able to lead you better than the MPP. 2023. That is how or what every responsible political party should be doing. And if we are not doing that, but we believe that we can continue to indoctrinate, brainwash, lie, palpable falsehoods in our communities and villages about such very wicked conjectures to the people, then I am sorry. You will lose the elections, and then you come on sit and TV on radio and complain that the Supreme Court is against you or the Electoral Commission is against you. We believe that all the independent institutions in this country have their own mandate under the law, and that they are the ones who are guiding us in our governance system. The Electoral Commission, the Supreme Court, they take decisions. Sometimes it goes for us as a political party. Sometimes it goes against us as a political party. We in the MPP would never, ever come and denigrate any Supreme Court or denigrate any Electoral Commission, because we have the issues on our side. And so today, between the two political parties in the Assin North constituency, one, that is the MPP, is talking development and progress for the people. The other one is talking propaganda and brainwashing.
Well, so we will get into the Akonfode MAJHS area and some other communities that my colleague visited. And then also the Asim Breku area as well, because we were asking for specific areas.
No problem.
Dennis. And if I am drawing these inferences, it is because we have been there and we've spoken to the constituents.
Give me the name.
That is exactly what they have told us. This is Asim Breku. Take a look.
Machinery converging on the constituency with overnight developments like road constructions and upgrades. What will be the decider for the constituents?
We are not kids in this town. We know the level of development prior to the elections. They have neglected us for long. If the NDC presents Kwesi 100 times, we will vote for him 100 times. They have sat down until a by-election, and if they think this is the best time for road construction to start, we welcome it, but we will decide on the election day.
With the current nomenclature of the 8th Parliament, with the MPP holding 137 plus 1 independent majority seat and the NDC holding 136, Asin North will be very much different from Kumeu. Komla Kluche, TV3 News, Accra.
So this is the Asim Breku area, one of the communities there. In fact, they have been talking about this road way before this by-election. They woke up, this was 3 days ago, and then they saw this earth-moving equipment and this construction work going on. We are in the Akonfode area as well, and we would get you some of the overnight development that's going on. In fact, when the contractor got to site, the time exactly, the day, a correspondent was there. He's giving us this information shortly. So you say what? This was going on before the by-election was announced?
Yes. And I'll tell yes, let me tell you.
So what the constituents are saying is not true?
Yes, because you see, there's a construction of one normal 900mm single culvert that has been going on at the Asim Breku Road. Please, let me say it. And then there's a construction of Asim Breku Town Roads in Chinchin, so 11.5 kilometers. So let me explain to you.
Was the work going on?
Exactly.
No,
because
the constituents are saying until this by-election was announced.
Do you see the drain?
Do
you see the drain?
There was nothing happening before the by-election.
Can I respond now? Do you see there's a drain that has been constructed on that road? The by-election was announced about a week ago. You are telling me that the drain...
Wait.
Can I...
It is not about the drains not being constructed. They say that work began, was abandoned, and this is the state of the road until the by-election.
I am glad you keep tweaking the clarity of the issues. So I'm glad. So now it has moved from the work started overnight to work began and it's been abandoned.
I want you to speak to this video.
Alfred, can you let me speak
to the
without
video.
interruption? This video is
Speak to the video.
Can I speak now?
Yes.
This video is Asim Breku Road. Asim Breku Road is part of the ongoing project in Asim Breku. It did not start overnight. And you can see clearly on the road that the drains on that road is being constructed. You can see where this track is right now. You can see the materials they use for the drain constructions. And I was explaining to you earlier that when it comes to road construction, You don't get onto the road and then tomorrow you are done. In the same way, you can't get onto the road today and then all of a sudden you've constructed drains overnight. So the fact that you can see the drain being constructed on the road, the fact that you can see the road, the drain construction materials on the road alone should tell you that the road has started already before by-elections.
And the bulldozer was there.
But what do you mean by bulldozer was there? What do you mean by bulldozer was there?
So, no.
I thought you said that it started overnight.
Let me be very, very clear. When we make reference to work that has taken place and work that just started because of the by-election, the constituents, and I'm speaking about what the constituents have just said to you and to all of us on TV, plus what our correspondent has gone on the ground to authenticate, that this was the state of the road just before the by-election was declared. Now, this particular road we are seeing don't have any drains on the sides.
There is.
Wait.
There is a drain. I'm just drawing your attention.
There is a drain. We are all watching the video.
There is a drain.
This is different. Wait.
Alfred, you guys.
Wait. What has
you were showing me a road with a machine, and now you switched to another location.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this particular video.
This is not what you were showing us. You were showing us where the machine was. Let's finish that side.
I'm telling you that we are showing you roads.
Alfred, can we also come
So this is not specific to a particular road, and don't box that into that particular.
Can I wrap up without interruption? Now, the point is that this is Asimbreku Road. Asimbreku Road is already started. There are two things that are being done on that road: culverts, drains, and then the road itself. When you are constructing roads, you don't just go to the roads and you start placing bitumen surfacing or asphalt on the road. There are so many things you do on that road. So when we say a road is ongoing, the fact that you haven't seen bitumen surfacing on the road doesn't mean that the road is ongoing. The fact that we need to establish this morning is that the video you are showing is part of an already list of projects or roads that are ongoing in the community with drains, culverts being constructed. Without those drains and culverts, there is no way you'll be able to do that. And I've shared the data with your people. As for the people in the community, so long as they haven't seen bitumen surfacing on their road, the road hasn't been done. I mean, there are so many road constructions going on across the country at several levels of completion. Some of them you will go, all the culverts have been done, all the drains have been done, but the people will still tell you that our roads are not done, which it's fair, they are right. But that doesn't mean that the facts of the matter shouldn't be established. That this Asimbreku Road didn't start when the Asin North by-election was announced. I think that is, for me, the most important matter that we need to settle. Beyond that, you can go on and say that, well, the drains was done and it was left, and then the contractor, the road has been started long before by-election was announced, and drains have been constructed, culverts and other things are being done on the road. And so you cannot even sit on TV and make the argument that, there's a by-election and then they've gone back to it and all of that. Sometimes, I think that when we are dealing with the issues and we are dealing with our views and the people, we should be fair to them. At least indicate the fact that the people complain about the road, but fairly, when we went there, we could see the drains of the road has been constructed, but the base of the road, which is the bitumen surfacing, has not been done. That's, for me, I think, will be
the evidence of what we are seeing in the video there on not just this road, but the other roads that we've showed is clear for our viewers to also make their conclusions. Now, stay with me. Now, my colleague and our correspondent is in that particular community giving us the situation and the information on the ground. Now, he says that this particular road contract or the construction was abandoned until Thursday when the contractor showed up again. There was a no, it's a
very important.
Listen,
you come in. Alfred, it's a very important.
I will come. You have made your point. You have made your point clear. What I did was that for as long as I keep asking you questions, I would give you enough time to respond. You have made your point and making reference to exactly what's happening on in the constituency. So that's clear. But Jamal, there was that reference about what the NDC is doing, and then also what has happened in the constituency. Stay with me. We'll be back shortly after this quick break. We'll respond to that, and Martin Pebo will have his final take on this one, and then we'll go to our next issue. This is Key Point. We'll be back shortly.